question. Welcome to Next Question. I'm Caleb Fogarty, and I am joined by the premier 3&D wing player in the NBL1 East. His Canberra Gunners are taking on the Maitland Mustangs in a grand final rematch this Saturday. It's James Toohey. How we going, brother?
I'm doing well, Caleb. Thanks for having me on.
The Gunners, you guys sit first, 6-0. How's it feeling in camp right now?
Yeah, no, the boys feel good. Obviously, winning's always good. But yeah, the boys are definitely hungry for more.
Did you feel like this start was possible when you started in camp around the February-January mark this year?
Yeah, obviously devastating end of the season last year, but it does kind of fuel that hunger for the boys. I guess everyone wants to go through the season winning as many games and not losing that many. So I guess we didn't put too many expectations on ourselves heading into the season, but we're definitely glad to be in the situation we are early in the season.
So huge additions across the East throughout the year. We've made a big deal about some of the NBL names coming in, the big imports, some big name Australian players coming back and deciding to play in the East. The Canberra Gunners, Gunner culture just continues to roll on. Your only real big addition was Brooklyn Bruton. He only has played the first game of the year, still out, I believe. What's so good about this Gunners crew? You guys just keen to churn through win after win after win.
Yeah, we've definitely built a really strong culture in Canberra, and that's off the backs of mostly local guys. Even Brooklyn, he's a Canberra boy, allegedly. But yeah, it's just that culture, playing together in the juniors, being around guys around your age, coming through playing for the ACT at national championships, and then some guys go to college, and a lot of people end up coming back to Canberra. So it's just that familiarity with each other, everyone's play style, and that homegrown culture.
You guys all have seemed to really level up this year. I want to highlight the play of Will Mayfield. He's top of the MVP rankings we're doing on social media right now. He's just leveled up. His shooting has been a huge improvement. I was looking through the stats. Last year, he made 29 total threes for the year. 6 games in, he's already at 24. So has he been in the shooting lab with you or something like that?
He is scorching hot, and Will, he's played long enough to know his body, know his routine, and whatever he was doing in the off season is clearly paying off because he's come out scorching hot, and it's great to play with. It's great to see.
Well, it's funny you say scorching hot because you're quite scorching hot yourself right now. 64% from the field, 47% from three, 90% from the free throw stripe. Mate, we talk about 50-40-90 club, but for you right now, I think we need to measure our expectations and we'll raise the ceiling, I guess.
Yeah, no, great start to the season. Shooting the ball well. I've always been fortunate to play with Will and Glenn Morrison because, they're number 1 and number 2 on everyone's scouter report. So I kind of, I get a little less attention, which is always helpful when you're trying to get shots up.
It's funny when I talked to Glenn, he said playing in juniors with you, all you do currently, he said, is play D and shoot threes, but he said you were quite the dunker back in juniors. Are we going to see you feature maybe on a highlight reel dunk on our top 10?
I actually got my first dunk in NBL1 East against the COE. Probably first dunk in probably 2 or 3 years. I'm a bit disappointed it wasn't on the top 10,
I'll get someone on the blower to make sure you get on the top 10 maybe next time you pull one out.
That's it.
About your shooting, though, Glenn said that you very much are around the local juniors, coaching, you're always at the stadium. What is your number one advice to someone looking to improve as a shooter? What is something they need to key in and focus on?
I think the most important thing for shooters is that confidence. And I guess for me, the confidence comes from the work you put in behind the scenes, the repetitions, all that. But yeah, for young players, definitely sort out your mechanics, get in the gym, and have confidence in yourself.
Now, I do want to talk about the Gunners culture again. I keep saying I did speak to Glenn. Since I locked in this interview with you, I was just treading through that old conversation because there was some really interesting tidbits. And he talks about this Gunners culture, how it's been passed on from teammate to teammate, from generation to generation. Do you feel that you guys are still very, very young, but are you already just passing it on, feeding it on to the young guys with where the Gunners are currently?
Yeah, definitely trying to. Yeah, myself, Glenn and Mayfield, the older guys in the group. Our championship year, we were filled with veterans, guys that have played in Canberra for 20 plus years, and they really handed that down to us. And we're trying to, I guess, yeah, instill that in the up and coming guys, just what it means to play for the Gunners and what it means to get around each other on and off the court.
What does it mean to you for your legacy at the Gunners to be tied to Will and Glenn, people that you've played with for so long now?
I mean, really, really fortunate. Yeah, just to play with two, I mean, legends of Canberra, really, legends of the Canberra Gunners. Their resumes after a few short years is, I mean, it's just building and building. Yeah, as someone that gets to play off both of them, I'm just very fortunate that I get to play with them.
Now, we are going to look to this weekend's game in Maitland. It is really a rivalry that has started from the NBL1 East. You guys had that grand final, and then they knocked you off to get into the 2023 grand final, and then we had last year. So it was 3 rounds. Now, you're heading to Maitland, first matchup since that. GF, how are you guys feeling heading into round 6?
Yeah, the boys are feeling good. Obviously, we try and take every week the same, no matter who we're playing. But yeah, there's definitely that rivalry with Maitland just because of the big games we've played against them over the last 3 years. So it's always really good to go up there, play against them.
How is the scouting report looking? Because obviously Maitland, they're a little bit different. They play pretty much a very similar way to what they did last year. They love to attack the paint. However, there is an MVP missing in that lineup. But you swap in Mandrell Worthy, amazing player in his own right. How much does the scouting report change? Obviously, you were always pitted against Will. Are we probably going to see a similar thing now that Mandrell's in that squad?
Yeah, most likely. And I guess you have Will Cranston now on any team and you lose him, there's going to be a massive hole. And I think it's early in the season, so they're still trying to figure out what they look like without him and without Matty Gray. But I mean, talk about the Gunners culture, but Maitland as well has an incredible culture that they've established over multiple years. So yeah, it's always good to play against them, and it's going to be interesting to see where they're at.
How is it when you go into these away venues now? Obviously, you guys have been the hunted for so long, especially Maitland. We spoke about just recently on our socials the Maitland-Newcastle rivalry, speaking to Luke Boyle. When they headed into Newcastle just recently, the crowd let them know that they saw some videos and whatnot and that the rivalry exists. Are you starting to see a bit of friendly banter from the fans in the stands as this rivalry between Maitland and Canberra grows?
Yeah, you definitely hear it from most away fans. I think after winning grand final, Maitland's fans are probably feeling extra good, which is very fair. But yeah, every rival crowd brings their own level of spice. So it's always good to be up there in Maitland. They're always really nice to us.
Now, I do have to ask, your brother Alex, he has declared for the draft. How's he looking heading into the festivities?
Yeah, no, he's good. He's been over in America for about 2 weeks now, and yeah, just working out and enjoying the ride. So yeah, it's good to see him for a few weeks before he jetted over there. But I think he's really excited about what's to come next.
What was the backyard basketball games like between you and Alex? Did Big Brother get up a lot, or yeah, how did that go?
Oh yeah, big time. Yeah, gave it to him a lot. You know, I'll take all the credit I can. Created a monster with the competitiveness from yeah, being 7 or 8 years older than him and just beating on him when he was younger. So yeah, that was good fun. I'm not sure I'd go exactly the same now, but I'd hold my own against him.
How many inches has he got on you these days?
He's basically 7 foot, looking up at him. But you know, heart over height, as they do say.
Oh, well, mate. Thank you so much for jumping on, and best of luck this weekend against Maitland. 7 p.m. Saturday at Maitland Federation Centre. Catch it on the NBL1 app, and thank you again, mate.
No worries. Thanks.